Hi everybody, it's Tristan here from Evolve EdTech, and welcome to our final video in the Jamboard Templates series, looking at our first 20 Jamboard templates that we have created for you to use in your classroom. Thank you so much for staying with us if you have been with us since the very beginning. If you are joining us for the very first time, welcome. Please feel free to go back and have a look at the other videos to check out the templates that we have created just for you. All right, today we are looking at the last template, which is called What's the Big Idea? Now, this template's really cool. It's really great for helping with summarizing. It's very similar to another one of our templates that we have talked about, and you might be able to identify some of those similarities when we go through this template a little bit later on. But anyway, let's get started with today's video. My name is Tristan. I am the person behind Evolve EdTech. I am a high school teacher here in Australia, and I have a big passion for EdTech and technology and developing our students' capacity, because they're going to go into a world where they are going to have technology so much more ingrained into their lives that we need to develop their skills. And that's what I want to do. I want to share my love with you. When I started with EdTech, we were going through what's called the digital education revolution here in Australia. It was a really great time. It kind of fizzled out significantly after funding stopped, but it ignited my passion for using technology in the classroom. And that's what I'm trying to provide to you with this Jamboard series. So in a sec, we'll head to the Evolve EdTech website, and I'll show you where to access the templates if you are new. And we'll go and have a look at the What's the Big Idea? But before we do that, I just want to do one quick thing, which is just remind you, if you are a returning viewer or if you're a brand new viewer, please head and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Evolve EdTech. I would love it if you were be able to join my community and my family and continue to inspire and motivate me to create these videos. I might seem really confident. Sometimes I have a lot of self-doubt about what I'm doing, but by subscribing, you might be able to help me overcome some of those anxieties and those self-doubt moments and continue to create for you. So please share with your family, your friends, your colleagues, and help us grow the Evolve EdTech family. All right, let's head to the website, evolveedtech.com. It is scrolling along the bottom of your screen just there. So please head to the website. Look, it's only brand new at the time of filming this video. So hopefully over time, I'll be able to add more to it to provide you with what you need to be able to use technology in your classrooms with your students. So keep checking back, keep sharing it, keep having a look, and hopefully I can become a source of resources, information, tips, tools that you can go and access. All right, to access the Jamboard templates, we just set up the top of the page to the Evolve Resources tab. You're going to click on that one, just hover over it actually, and scroll down to Jamboard and head to e-collection number 1. There's nothing in e-collection number 2 at the moment of this filming of this video. It will happen, and when I make another set of templates, they will go into e-collection number 2. All right, so each collection will only be limited to 20 templates, just to keep them nice and concise and not overwhelm you with what's in there. So head to e-collection number 1. This is where you'll find the 20 templates here. If I'm being, there's only 10 templates technically, because there's 2 versions of one template, because I was a bit sneaky with that one. So there's 19 templates, 2 versions of one template, which makes 20. So you'll see that they are in a concertina format here. So you can click on one template and it'll open up and provide you everything you need to know for that template. They are listed in alphabetical order so that they're nice and easy to find. And today we're scrolling down to the very bottom here and having a look at what's the big idea. I love this template. I love this idea. It's a great literacy strategy, a great way to get students summarizing and to be concise with what they're talking about. Okay, so when you click on your template, you will see that each color template is shown. So they're available in 4 colors: blue, green, red, and yellow. Okay, so 4 colors for you to use and choose from. You'll see a small description, and then you'll see the links to the Jamboard templates. All right. So what's the big idea? So what is the big idea with this template? So it's a great way for students to summarize concepts, texts, ideas, pretty much anything. Okay, just like a lot of these templates, they're only limited by what you want to achieve. Okay, they can be easily manipulated for the purpose that you want them to be used. All right, so please recognize that. So students use the 5W concept to identify who was involved, what happened, where the action took place, when the events happened, and why the events happened, and maybe how the text or event or situation ended. Was it positive, negative? Okay, what were the consequences? What were the judgments, etc.? So we're using that 5 W's and a H concept to complete this particular template. All right, it's a great one to use collaboratively. It's a great one to use individually. Maybe getting our students to do it in teams and into groups. Just like a lot of these templates, I've said the same thing. All right, so they're so versatile that we can be using them in so many different forms and fashions. All right, so let's go and have a look at one of the templates. Today, I think we'll choose. We'll choose one of them. We might choose the green one today. So my suggestion for this, and I've mentioned it in the other videos, is if you click on these templates right now, it'll open it up in the current web tab, in the browser tab. Okay, so if you'd like to go back to Evolve EdTech, or you're on another website and you're doing something else, my suggestion is that you right-click it and you open the link in a new tab. So you can see up the top here of my page, it's actually opened it in a new tab, which means I can still access all of these templates, okay? And I can open as many as I would like, all right? But if I go and click on one of them, and I'm on the assessment reflection grid now, if I go and click on one of these templates, it's going to open in the current tab, all right? So now I've got to go and click the back button, or I've got to type in the address again so I can get back to that website. So a great tip, you don't want to be doing that and take yourself time, increase productivity, right click, open in a new tab. All right, so it's a pretty cool template to use, okay? Now, I would say here that if the questions or statements don't fit with what you would like to focus on, I'll show you how you can very easily change those by just chucking in some shapes and changing the colors. Okay, so feel free to do that. So feel free to change feel free to change the questions if they don't fit what you would like to be focusing this template on. All right, now the first thing you need to do when you are going to go and access this template is you are going to need to make a copy. So it goes into your workspace, it goes into your drive so you can use it and you can access the Jamboard tools. So to do that, we head up the top, you can see the blue share button. We're not going to click on the share button. We're going to go to these 3 dots here, okay? They're the magic dots because they provide us with so many functions. We're going to head down here to make a copy. Make a copy. We're going to save it, name it whatever you like so you know what it is and where you can find it. And it's going to go into your workspace, into your drive. Okay. Now you will see when it loads that you will have the editing tools over on the left-hand side, toolbar, so that you can access and use this template. All right. What I'll do first is I will show you how to duplicate the frames. So a frame is essentially the workspace that you're provided in a Jamboard page, okay? It's what Google has named it. You can duplicate it up to, or you can have up to 20 frames per jam, and you can duplicate them. So I'll show you how to duplicate the templates first. And I'm telling you this now because I'll forget. If you want to duplicate them so that every student has one, or you want to do multiples, or you want to have them all in one file, duplicate them before you start working on them, because once you duplicate them, it will duplicate whatever is on the frame. So if I start typing on this and I want to duplicate it, all of that information will come onto the duplicated frame. So it saves you a bit of time having to go in and edit and delete, okay? So to do that, we head up here to our frame bar, and it's going to expand that. You'll see that our frame is here, and this is where all of our frames will be shown once we create them. Click on our 3 dots again, and hopefully it wants to play nice. There it is. We're going to duplicate that frame. Okay, so you'll see that another copy will appear here, and that will be available for us to use. Okay, and then we can just change them by clicking on the arrows here on the left and right of the frame bar. So what we're doing here is we're basically just going to go through and answer these 6 questions, or these 6 ideas, okay, to summarize whatever we've been looking at. It might be something we're looking at, a concept, a story, it might be a film, a doco, okay, it can be anything. It might be something, you know, a scenario. It's completely up to you how you'd like to approach this. A couple of ways you could do this. You could go and use the sticky note function, my favorite function when it comes to Jamboard. All right, you can pop your sticky notes in and just move them into the relevant sections, change the colors, or you can use your text box function here, pop your text box in, okay, type in your information. You can change the size slightly. Just be aware of how big this is. There's a couple of different colors, and you've got those basic alignment functions that you can use there as well, okay? As I mentioned, if those questions or statements don't fit for you, just head over here, and what I suggest you do is just grab one of these elements, one of these shapes, just create it so it kind of covers the question or statement. Head up the top here, and then just change your colors to white, okay? Change your colors, and then look, you can add your own question or statement there, okay? Easy peasy, all right? It's not hard. Feel free to do that. I'm not going to be upset if you decide that you would like to change the questions, because some of these statements might not fit what you're actually doing or what you want the students to summarize. So it's a really cool template, okay? So I would probably maybe work through it with the children first, all right? Or get them to provide the ideas to you and you type them up. And then as they get more confident, maybe they start to do some by themselves. Completely up to you how you'd like to approach this. So I have put together just a couple of examples, and one of them actually is a sample that I, or what's the big idea that I have completed with a class before. So I'll show you what we did for this. I did it together. This is pre-Jamboard days. So this was before I started learning about this marvelous tool. But if I was to do this again, I would definitely be utilizing the Jamboard functionality. I've also got a couple of just other ideas. They're not complete, but just a couple of other ideas and suggestions of what you could do. As I said, only limited by what you think you could do with it, okay? So if you have an idea, give it a go. That's my suggestion. Always try, because it doesn't matter if it fails, okay? That's what we learn from. The kids love to see us when we have some troubles, because I think it shows them that we're also humans. It's something I learned, especially during COVID learning from home restrictions in 2020 here in Australia, making videos. I would re-record. And in the end, I thought, no, I'm just going to leave in that error, that mistake, that stumble, because I want the kids to see that it's okay. This is normal. We don't have to be perfect. It's something that I learned making these videos, is I was watching other people, very well-known edtechers, create their videos or make their videos, thinking, you know, and I would re-record mine. And I thought, no, sometimes it's nice to have those little mistakes, those little quirks, those little moments, because that's what makes us human. All right, so that's a big tip for me. All right, this one here is actually based on the graphic novel Mouse. So if you've ever seen that, it's a fantastic graphic novel there. So what we actually did was, at the end of the first part of the graphic novel, we completed this together, okay? So we did it together on the boards, and the students wrote it down in their books, but all of the ideas were based on them. I obviously had all the information ready to prompt them if they were stuck, but they were essentially giving me the information and I was typing it up, all right? So there's an example of how we could use a text or a story and we could summarize that. It could be a chapter of a book. It could be a film. It could be a summary from a textbook, okay? There's all these kind of ways that we can identify and use this what's the big idea template, okay? Lots of ways that we could use it. All right, let's go have a look at another one. So that's just one example there. All right, this one here. Now, this is not one of my completed ones. This is one of the ones that I said that I just thought of. Maybe we have a personality. Maybe we have a well-known personality that we've been exploring. So, you know, maybe we're talking about how they became, you know, how they gained their power, what happened during their reign, okay? What happened during their presidency or prime ministership, okay? We've got all of these ideas, celebrities, you know, well-known, entrepreneurs, okay? All these different ways and different people that we could look at and we could move through and we could complete a little summary on them there. Okay, the next one again, I just mentioned it. We could be having a chapters of a novel. Each student is provided a chapter and they summarize what happened in that chapter using the 5 W's here and the H, okay? Then maybe we get it together and we share it with the students at the end so they all have the summary. Okay, this one here I thought we'd do a visual one so I could show you how we could use this with the younger kids. So maybe we put some images in there and we create it as like a story here. So I've got the image and some text, okay? So we could be doing a recount here, okay? Recounting something we've done together, an excursion, a field trip, okay? The holidays, all right? So that's what I did here, okay? So I just used those visuals, very simple text to complete this this template for those younger kids, all right? So you can see here that we can use this for pretty much any age, all right? You figure out what works, all right? What works for you, okay? How could you use it in your classroom? It's a very versatile tool, but it's a great way to summarize, to be concise, to get our ideas down, and then we can use that to develop something else. A persuasive piece, an informative piece, a discursive piece, an essay, okay, a report. We can take our ideas and expand on those and make something else, all right? So it's a really great literacy strategy that we can use to develop a whole range of skills from very young students all the way up to our senior students as they prepare to go to university, on to further education, into life, okay? So there's lots of ways that you can use this amazing template. All right, I've got 2.5 minutes. I'm going to very quickly go through this. All right, so if you'd like to share this with students, there's a couple of ways we can do that. We head back up here to our magic dots. We can download as a PDF, or we can download each frame as an image. We can put it into slides, into sites, into Google Classroom. We could email it. We can print them out, display them, whatever we'd like to do with them, we can do that. So you can download as a PDF and you can download them as an image there, okay? So lots of ways that you can use this tool. It's really cool. It's really simple. It's very versatile. Go and manipulate it. Go and change it. Do what works for you, all right? That's what these templates are meant to be for. They're meant to be just a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of assistance to make your life as a teacher much, much easier. Anyway, because I'm running out of time, I'm going to finish that there. So go and have a look, evolveedtech.com, and check out that template, download it, share it, use it as much as you like. It's there for free and it's always going to be free. All right, so just before we finish up here, I'll just go back. I've lost my mouse. All right, just a reminder, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate that. You can get social with us. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and I'm a little bit more active on Twitter. So please feel free to come and be part of our community. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're new to us, please go and look at the other videos. And if you've been with us for this entire series, thank you so much for being part of this journey. I hope you've learned something and you've seen the power of Jamboard, okay? It's a really cool tool. It's available through our Google Workspace, all right? Go and have a look and see how you could use it. It's a really awesome digital whiteboard that is so much functionality and versatility that we could be using and maybe teaching the kids how to use it as well. So go and check it out and see what you can do with this tool today. Anyway, my name is Tristan. I am the person behind Evolve EdTech, and I thank you so much for joining us in this series. Stay tuned for much more coming from Evolve EdTech very soon. And I look forward to bringing my love of EdTech to you and seeing what you can do in your classrooms to develop that technological capacity in your students. Until next time, everybody,